My name's Rick Vance. I'm with Robert E. Mason and Associates and a member of the Mason Steam Team. Today we want to talk about why you should inspect your desuperheater. So for a desuperheater and the desuperheater system, what we're looking at is, one, in a normal system we look at our steam coming in, we look at spray water being introduced into the system, and through our desuperheater, we want to get a water spray or water mist. And we want this water to be able to be absorbed in a mist form into the steam so that we can bring the temperature of the steam back down close to saturation for heating of a process. You can use superheat to heat, but your saturated steam, where we're closer to that saturation, and using the appropriate latent heat does a much better job of heating in a process. So we want to make sure that is correct. But often what happens is we buy this piece of equipment, it's installed, we forget about it until the day comes to where we're not reaching set point coming out of our desuperheater. We're unable to heat like we're supposed to. Too many things are starting to take place in our system. One of which, instead of getting the spray that we get here, is that we get part spray. And if you've ever taken your thumb and placed over a water hose, you see where it's going from a spray to, you're spraying it, but it also has that stream more than a spray. And what happens is we start building up condensate in the bottom of this pipe, which corrodes the pipe, creates water hammer, and also we don't get the appropriate heating or desuperheating, in this case, of the steam. Therefore, we don't have control in our process like we should have, and we're introducing more condensate into the system. Condensate with that will also act as a barrier. We don't get the heat transfer. So many different things take place in this particular case. So what do? Well, what we want to do is we want to make sure that on annual outages that we're pulling the desuperheater out, we're checking that nozzle, and we're making sure that nozzle is giving us a spray so that it's being absorbed and not a stream that's going down into your piping. The other case that we can have with this is that right here, we've got a control valve that's opening and closed. When we're not using the desuperheater, it closes. We can back up condensate. When we open that, we're tearing the valve up. We're getting leak buys. We're getting other things that are taking place in the system. So something else that we would want to look at in this particular case is in front of the control valve, downstream being our desuperheater, do we have a drip leg in the system that we can remove condensate, or how is our piping done? Because the other thing is that we're coming into the control valve, we're looking for steam. Sometimes we have superheated steam, sometimes it's saturated steam and it's superheated because of the reduction coming through the control valve is why we're using a desuperheater. But if we have too much condensate, we're doing two-phase flow through our control valve. There again, we're not heating properly. We have the desuperheater, things are taking place. So we want to make sure we're providing good steam to begin with. Then we can go to the desuperheater to troubleshoot the system. If you're having issues with your desuperheater, or you have more questions about inspection or testing of your desuperheater nozzle, reach out to RE Mason and have someone from our steam team come out and discuss the issue with you and discuss ways that this can be resolved. We appreciate it and have a good day.